Hey y'all, it's your girl BeBe. Okay, that's enough. Hi, and welcome to Deluxe Public Radio. It's my podcast. It finally happened. It's here. Y'all been asking, and that's not Delulu. Y'all have been asking. Y'all been on mother's titties for years and years and years and weeks and weeks and past weeks trying to get me to plug in a microphone and start talking. And now we're here, bitch. How does that feel? Where are you right now? Are you in the bedroom? Are you on the couch? Are you in the car? Are you on the elliptical? Are you busting them weights out? I sure hope you are. Because right now I'm sitting in my office trying to find a way to start my podcast. Let's hit it. So, I really was trying to think about what we could talk about in the podcast, but I think early on it's just whatever pops into my dumbass little head. So, I find that television can be a hot doo-doo mess sometimes, scripted, unscripted, all of it. But I've been very fortunate over the last 5 seasons of having a new favorite show, and that is Hacks. Hacks is about to complete its final episode tomorrow night, and I'm very jazzed about it. I actually don't want to give y'all any spoilers about Hacks. I'm just highly recommending y'all watch it. It's about this sort of a Joan Rivers type of comedian who works in Vegas, who's very beloved, but she's falling out of favor, and she gets a Gen Z writer to come help her. Like, they hire a Gen Z writer who's recently gotten canceled, and the two of them just go at it, but wouldn't you know, the two of them are just so funny and they love one another. It's vaguely sapphic, and sometimes it's just outright very sapphic, but the two, they're not in a relationship, and I hope they don't everybody need to be bumping uglies. You can love and if you're watching Hacks, you know what I'm talking about. You can love and respect another person without ever bumping an ugly with them. Okay? Ava and Deborah love each other deeply, and they don't need to bump a single ugly to do that. And that's the truth. Okay, so Deborah Vance is the main character, and she's every fucking thing. She's my mother. I feel so Deborah Vance so often, and I know that you're not supposed to relate to Deborah Vance because Deborah is in a way the antagonist and the protagonist at the same time. But what a compelling fucking character. I'm sorry. Let's wake this shit up. Now, I liked Breaking Bad. When I'm with my lesbian friends, I pretend I didn't like it. But Aunt BeBe can get into the straight boy stuff every now and again. I'll tell y'all about Breaking Bad. All y'all was wrong about Skyler. The man sold crystal meth. You just hate women. But moving past that, I think that if we're going to do all the huzzahs to Bryan Cranston, which is deserved, you will never catch me saying an ugly word about BeBe Cranston. And on top of that, I just recently watched the Malcolm in the Middle reboot. You know what? Wake it the fuck up. After I'm done talking about Hacks, we're going to talk about that. But hold on. If we're going to put all the cultural props on Bryan Cranston, who is deserved in his crown, we need to give those same cultural props to Jean Smart, because my mother, Jean Smart, has been tearing up this fucking season of Hacks and every season of Hacks. Now, I'm not going to front you. 5th season of Hacks is given 5th and final season. Like, you know how sometimes you watch a TV show and you can tell they're like, it's the last one, which I say period. At least they plant the shit, because y'all motherfuckers got so mad at your television with Game of Thrones and Dexter and Nurse Jackie and all the True Blood, and every time y'all sit up at home watching the television show and everybody need to watch this television show, what do you mean you ain't seen this television show 7 or 8 seasons long? And I'll tell you, prestige television, I'm catching on to you motherfuckers. I am. HBO, Showtime, all these shows that everybody got to fucking watch, and oh, you so stupid for not watching it. I'm starting to catch on to the fact that y'all are playing a game. And you don't know where you're going. Like when Lost ended. Now, that's not prestige television. It was network. But it might as well be prestige, the way y'all motherfuckers talked about it. And I watched Lost and I said, hey, are they in the afterlife? And y'all was like, no. And then when y'all finally got to the end of Lost, y'all were like, It's like, no, don't be all cute, bitch. It was what we said it was the whole time. You tried to stretch the shit out because you was mad. You was mad we figured it out. And we figured it out because that shit was obvious. And don't not one you fucking nerds come in my comments being, well, actually about Lost. I don't care, Gigi. I don't care. Where the fuck was I? Why am I talking about Lost? Because long-running TV shows like to act up. Okay? And sometimes you get to the final season of a television show, which I'm going to fucking get to in a minute because I've been watching Euphoria. And I know it's not officially the last fucking season, but I saw somebody online talking about some season 4. Bitch, who? Kill every last motherfucker in that cast. Let every single one of them young people free of the fucking restraints of Sam Levinson. I done twice got ahead of myself. That's some shit, ain't it? Hacks is really good. It holds up. The 5th season's not as compelling as previous seasons, but it's still worth watching. It's still very fucking funny. And the characters don't get everything. They're not Mary Sue's. Everybody has to work really hard and everything is complicated. And anytime they win, they also lose at the same time. But I'm going to say that as a viewer who's watched all 5 seasons, this final season is incredible. Also, what happened with Alana? I'm going to say the bitch name wrong. Hold on. Alana Albrecht. Is that the girl's name? Hold on. Hey, Serial. What's the girl's name? Alana Ubach. Baby, we are in a Alana Ubachascense. The hoe is everywhere. She was on Hacks. She was in Euphoria. I wouldn't be surprised if the bitch was lurking in the background of fucking Malcolm Middle reboot. Alana Ubach, you are everything. You are the birthday, and you are also my mother. Truly, duly, I don't have nothing else to say about Hacks other than y'all should watch it. Y'all should catch up on it. If you ain't gotten into it, get into it. And if you don't like it, it's fine. You're just not as unique, special, and funny and clever as all of us who love Hacks are. Moving on. Okay, so let's talk about Euphoria Girl. Let's get into Miss Euphoria Girl. I'm so tired of Miss Euphoria Girl. I am so tired of Miss Euphoria Girl doing all that. Let's talk about Miss Euphoria Girl. Lovely first season. Foolishness, shenanigans, storyline all over the place. Oh, it's a soap opera. Oh, Lord, naked teenagers. This man so tall that was trans. Oh, it's Zendaya. You know what I'm talking about? Like, I understood why y'all got into the first season. I also had the one girl that I liked so much. Who played Cat? What's that girl name? What's the name? Serial, what's the girl name? Barbie Ferreira. I was thinking America Ferreira from the Barbie movie, but her name is Barbie Ferreira, so don't get into me. That shit is confusing. I missed when Barbie Ferreira was on the show. But I heard she don't get along with Sam Levinson, and by the looks of it, don't nobody on the fucking show get along with Sam Levinson because everybody but Alana Ubach is getting dust. Dust for everybody in the cast of Euphoria except for Alana Ubach. First of all, Euphoria still existing is camp. Us finally getting to this 3rd season of Euphoria is camp, the house. Because it just... don't nobody want to do it. Child, look at Maude Apatow. Look at Maude Apatow in the eyes. Sam Levinson has stressed that lady out. That lady is stressed out. Maude Apatow should be in a good fucking mood, smiling and following her fucking bliss because her daddy and her mama made money off of them movies. And I've seen all them movies. I saw all Judd Apatow's movies. And it comes in handy when I be sleeping with the straight man. And if some of y'all want to get cute and talking about if he's fucking you, he ain't straight. Bitch, you know what the fuck it is. Don't play with me. Don't ever play with me. And if you're thinking that shit, you ain't even supposed to be watching this video. You know what it gives. You know what it gives. Mad because y'all be rich. No, never mind. No, let me not talk about it. Nope. Don't talk anymore, BeBe. I got some more shit to say about Euphoria. Let's take a break. Hello, America. It's break time. And I'm still your girl, BeBe Deluxe. It was the great poet baccalaureate, Maya Angelou, that once wrote, "Making your way in the world today takes everything you've got. Taking a break from all your worries sure would help a lot. Wouldn't you like to get away?" And it was the handsome Sagittarius bachelor himself, Jesus Christ, who once said, "Sometimes you want to go where everybody knows your name, and you're always glad you came. You want to go where people see that your troubles are all the same." And our future Antichrist, Jojo Siwa, once said, you want to go where everyone knows your name. And I couldn't agree more. You do. So, like, it would be great if Cheers were a real place. I mean, in theory, I hear, like, Kelsey Grammer's kind of a dick, and they like to fight in Boston. But say we're in Jacksonville, and you're looking for a place where you're LGBT, and you can cut loose, and you can sit down, you can have a meal, or you can just have appetizers, you can get liquor drinks 2 for $1 at the bar, chicken wings 75 cents. So it's like, you know, you get kind of the stuff you be getting at your neighborhood Applebee's or Chili's, but you don't have to go to Applebee's or Chili's. You can go to a local business. I'm getting at something. I am. But imagine if you were there and there were also drag queens and they had bumping music and you could get out of there before 10 p.m. so you could get home to the kids. Would you gag? Would you gag? Would you gag if I told you that you could go to your friendly neighborhood restaurant and bar, get a little bit turnt for 2 for $1 cocktails, eat some 75-cent chicken wings, and then watch the girls give you the show of your life and send you on your merry way by the time it's time to go home and pay the babysitter? Do you want to live that? Because I want that for you. And you could do that at Tallulah Bistro. I've partnered with them for Pride, and we are going to have a show called the Tallulah Bistro Review every Thursday and Friday. Thursday at our beach location and Friday at Springfield. So this is a really cool endeavor. They've put necessary investments into it, and I'm really excited to see how it turns out. But I've gotten some of my best and most favorite drag entertainers throughout the city to feature, and we've got 3 different ones every single show. So, Thursdays and Fridays at Tallulah Bistro, the ones at the beach. So if you're out at the beach, make it a part of your Thursday night. We've started saying, make time for Tallulah. Girl, cause make time for Tallulah. Y'all talk about you want a third space, you want to like see the girls, but you don't want to stay out late, but you're hungry, but they don't have liquor there, this, that, and the other. Well, girl, we got it. We got it. So come on out and see us. It's going to be a good time. I promise you. And make time for Tallulah. Let's get back to the program. So I'm not going to talk about Euphoria spoilers just yet, but I will, and I'll let you know when I do. I do want to say that it was just abundantly clear going into this season that no one really wanted to do it. It reminds me of Spider-Man 3, and you would just see Tobey Maguire and Kirsten Dunst, and even what's the man that tried to fuck his students at the acting program? James Franco. All of them, when they were doing press for the Spider-Man 3 movies, they looked like they want to kill somebody. So that's the impression I got from all the kids doing the Euphoria press circuit, that they were like, girl, not this. Because it's like, I mean, really think about it. If you're like Zendaya, if you're like Hunter Schafer, if you're like, what's the tall one? He's so handsome. Jacob Elordi. If you was all there, Alexa Demi is so fierce to me. But if you were those kids, would you want to be doing the shit you was doing 4 years ago? If I look at a man that I had relations with 4 years ago, I will throw up. So I just, that's not, I can understand why they don't want to do it anymore. Okay, so now's going to be the time when I start giving out spoilers about season 3. So it's like, so very abundantly clear that there's no respect left for the project, number 1. And number 2, no shade. Whatever creative well Sam Levinson was pulling from on this show, that shit is dry. Now, there's all kinds of allegations I've seen online. I've clicked through it. I would love to be the research girl, but apparently I'm supposed to pick up the microphone and just start fucking talking. So which one is it? Spend all day doing research or plug in the microphone and just start talking? So I don't know. I don't care to know. Apparently the man stole the whole thing. Apparently the whole concept is from Israel. And then we've got this whole scenario going on where you can't really decide who made Euphoria, but apparently the young woman, I'm sorry, I don't know the young woman's name. Hey y'all, quick update. I'm editing the video now. It's Petra Collins. She's a Hungarian-Canadian artist named Petra Collins. Y'all should look her up because her visual style is the whole reason we like Euphoria in the first place, apparently. There's a lot of articles about it online. Maybe I'll get into it next week. Who knows? All right, bye. But the visual style of the first season and I guess the second season was inspired by this one artist. And I'm sorry, I don't know your pronouns. I'm under the impression you're a young woman. If you ain't a young woman, I'm so sorry. But the creator of Euphoria was this woman. And she was told she wasn't experienced enough. And then Sam Levinson got to take over it. And like you can see all the shit that Sam Levinson's done. He did that shit with Abel. What's the weekend the Idol? Oh Lord, Lily Rose Depp. We need to stop doing these nepo children so nasty. And I understand that that seems like I'm suckling the Hollywood teat. I'm just saying they dumb as shit. I mean, think about all them people got mad at Marie Antoinette. She wasn't nothing but a fucking illiterate bucktooth fucking 15-year-old. They don't know nothing. They don't know nothing. How the fuck we supposed to get mad at them when they don't know nothing? Now, I'm not saying Lily Rose Depp is a buck-toothed fucking 14-year-old. No, she's a very beautiful grown-ass woman, and she has artistic merit all on her own. But what are we doing with Sam Levinson? And this is the thing that I'm starting to pick up on. Because the thing that I really liked about the first couple of seasons of Euphoria, I'm going to have to rewatch them to make sure I like both of them, is it felt like I was flipping through a moving fashion editorial. It was like Stanish, just the bitch rolling a jade roller on her face in the morning time, with the flowers behind her. Just that was enough for me. And like the beautiful, like flashing the slow motion and jewels on her bike. I was living for the first. It's just so visually stunning. And I guess the second one is too, but I do remember the second one getting a little bit. I don't know about all that, but I felt like it was just such an effective and moving show. And this third season just feels like, number one, the intent is to take the glamour side of the first season that made it look glamorous, and all the criticisms that said it was making drugs look glamorous, and it was making like teen promiscuity look glamorous. This thing where we fast forward and we see how unglamorous it is. Like right in the beginning, it's like we're shoving bricks of drugs down our throat and shitting them out, and the dog's licking the dookie off you. Like no, that's something that happened in Euphoria. Don't look at me fucking crazy. Don't look at me fucking crazy because I done repeated the shit back. Y'all want to get mad at me because I brought up what I had to look at. They had the young women putting the bricks of drugs in their mouth and swallowing it and then shitting it out. And then you couldn't just have her shit it out. You just had the dog lick it too. You had to get a dog on set and an intimate Sam Levinson. You had to go through the extra effort to get a dog. Somebody had to go through the extra effort to get a dog on set and an intimacy coordinator to lick fake shit off of that young woman's booty cheek. What the young woman's name? Hold on. Chloe Cherry. You made Chloe Cherry put fake boo-boo on the bottom of her butt cheek and had a dog lick it up. There's a line. You could have sold the idea that this was no longer glamorous without licking a dog licking a booty cheek with dookie on it. Why does this keep coming up? Okay. So I'm going to move past that part of it, but it was very clear that season 3 was like, we're not beautiful anymore. It's inspired by Westerns, so you just get these big, expansive shots of the desert, and I'm just so starved for glamour. The only time that it got close to feeling like super stylistic is this scene where like Sydney Sweeney's like getting big and she's like the 50-foot woman and everybody's nutting to her. Like I relate to that. I relate to that journey because I'm big as hell. And every time I stomp through the street, men be nutting because they want to get suffocated underneath my titties. And like maybe there was like now I've just that we're at the end of it and I'm acting like it's gonna be the last season. I hope it is. I don't think we should subject these people to being on this television program no more. And I definitely not trying to see no kind of Euphoria the new class type bullshit. No, bitch. Just cut a check for Alana Ubach. That's all you got to do. At a certain point, I was watching the program and I understood, oh, Sam Levinson, one of them directors that just look at shit he like and then do it in his thing. And I'm not saying that to be ugly to the young man because I understand that a lot of filmmakers do that. Like, okay, Quentin Tarantino, God love that nasty son of a bitch, deserves every bad thing that happens to him. But he did make some good films that are based off of other people's work. And Bitch, no, I just co-signed Quentin Tarantino on the fucking first podcast. No, the fuck I didn't. I'm not going to talk about Quentin Tarantino too much right now. Don't get me into it. I would definitely say that Sam Levinson and Quentin Tarantino have a lot in common. And I think one of those primary things is that the two of them just see some shit they like and say, that'd be bitching if I put it in my movie. Now, I'm going to give the point to Foot Smeller, because he's got a legacy behind him and the movies look good. Now, Sam Levinson ain't got that great of a track record so far. And Sam, if you're seeing this, you wasn't gonna hire me in the first place. Bitch, you would. Sam Levinson wouldn't hire me to work at the fucking gas station on one of his TV shows, let alone have it be the token at the front, making eyes at Jacob Elordi. Hello, girl, can you imagine, bitch? I think ultimately the thing that I would say about the final season of Euphoria, and I'm going to call it the final season, baby. We don't need to keep doing this. It's honestly a toxic relationship between us and Euphoria at this point. Like, Euphoria is mad at us for having ever watched. That's what it feels like. Because it's punishing these characters in ways that are just so fruitless. And I understand that everybody on Euphoria is an asshole, and that's kind of like the whole point. But, like, just slogging through watching A-list young actors try their best with some of the worst scripts in the entire series run. And the things just get crazier. And it wasn't enough that there's, like, dead sex workers in Mexico right at the top. We need to, like, have drug trafficking. We need to snip off appendages. We have to, like, incite violence on women, and it's just, oh my god, it puts such a poor taste in my mouth, because at least when creepy fucking Quentin Tarantino was doing it, he was doing it like with a vision, whereas I think Sam Levinson's just like, I'm never gonna have an opportunity to put Zendaya in this position ever again, or Sydney Sweeney in this position ever again. I think there's a history of these kinds of like edgy directors who are like, yeah, it's this meta piece about exploitation and the actors are being exploited at the same time. And I'm not gonna front you. I fucking love Showgirls. I fucking love Whatever Happened to Baby Jane. So there's like all these situations of other films. Like Baby Jane is like a film about a washed up starlet having to look up in the to the camera and say, I'm a washed up starlet. And I'm crazy and I'm an old lady now. And it was an exploitation film that was like winking at the fucking camera about it the whole time at the expense of the doll on stage just trying to get her check. And so then you've got a similar thing that happens in Showgirls where, you know, you got poor Elizabeth you got a situation going on in Showgirls where you got Paul Verhoeven just nutting in the corner because he's got eager little Elizabeth Berkley just will do anything for this movie because she thinks she's in another kind of fucking film, and they exploiting the shit out of her so they can make a meta film about exploitation. And I'm not gonna front you, I fucking gag, and I'm glad she's finally embraced it. But again, now we're at another film, and I'm gonna call it the 3 parts of Euphoria films, sure, because they feel filmic less than they feel episodic. But I think that Sam Levinson does this thing at the behest of his entertainers where he's like, hey, I'm going to make a piece about how like LA culture chews up and exploits young actors. While you chew up and exploit young actors, like, you have the fucking pen and the paper, diva. You could like maybe make them not shit themselves and have it licked up by a dog. Maybe you could not have them buried underground and attacked by a fucking poisonous rattlesnake. Girl, what? And then let's wake this shit up. I looked into that and I found out that the young man, Sam Levinson, he came up with that because he saw a movie about somebody getting buried underground. And that's why he put it in there. And then he also, I guess he saw a rattlesnake, or he looked out into the field and thought about a rattlesnake and just thought a rattlesnake getting up in there and killing him would be poetic. So this big old curveball that didn't really connect to nothing. It's like we just watched this man get like tortured all season long, and then we watch him just get pathetically, terribly murdered with no kind of closure for anybody around, no closure for the viewer. Just like, wait, what? We're doing that? And I don't know. Seeing him with that bloated tongue and them creepy contacts, I was like, oh, fierce girl, she's done. Because let me tell you about Miss Alordi. She ain't suffering you fools no longer. She said, I'm tall as hell. I can get what I wants. And you know Jacob Elordi's going to age well. You know he's going to look good when he gets older. Because even if he's just going to look so good. My overall feeling about season 3 of Euphoria is at this point, I'm just kind of trying to have a good time and enjoy it for like the soap opera. It feels very Wattpad. It feels very like, when you get stuck looking at a dumbass, like low budget, like drama video on TikTok or Facebook, and you just end up sitting there and you done lost 15 minutes just staring at this bitch talking about, I'm pregnant with your brother's baby and you don't believe me. This is an arch thing, but that's what Euphoria this season is given. It's not given artful. It's artful lacking. I think I've established how I feel about Euphoria. Let's take a break. Hello, my biological children. Yes, each and every one of you. I'm like a cockroach. I just want to let y'all know that I'm still your girl, BeBe Deluxe. But listen, have you enjoyed the music that you've been hearing this whole time? Oh, you have. Guess what? That was a collaborative project between me and my good friend Jasno Suarez. It is my debut album, critically acclaimed indie record by BeBe Deluxe. And if you like it, it's everywhere you can stream music. Hope y'all enjoy. Now let's get back to the program. Welcome back on my bullshit by BeBe Deluxe. Okay, so moving forward, did y'all see that Q is on Project Runway, which I think is fantastic. Girl, they got Planet Janet up there again. Mama, who is Plain Jane's agent? Sending her all over every which way. Miss Girl is getting checks. Listen, I'm a Planet Janet fan. She's the right kind of nasty. I'm not gonna front it. When that young man first walked into RuPaul's Drag Race, I was not picking up on that, but it was hook, line, and sinker. Girl, she gooped me because usually I could tell who's supposed to be the villain when they walk in. But something about the way she was doing it, I was like, no, fuck that. But I didn't say that because I'm a lady and it would be homophobic and I'm an ally. But I'm obsessed with this look that she's wearing in the promos photos. She is a fucking troll. It's still got security tags on it. And this is the thing about drag queens, and I wonder if they're going to pull this stunt again. Because this is the second time they put somebody from RuPaul on Project Runway. Because I think Utica was there, and now Q is there. Which I'm excited to see, because I'm going to tell y'all this. The reason I got into drag at all was because I was a costume design nerd. Loved it. And I love the work that they do. Before both of them were on the show, I was like vaguely familiar with their work. And but Plain Jane going on there, that shit is so funny because I'm not doubting that she can't sew. Like, I'm sure she's a functioning drag queen and she could sew. But the idea that like drag queens who could sew a little bit going on Project Runway and beating up on those fashion design people that don't know how to fight. Like, can you like, because Project Runway, like, in the early seasons, you had Christian Siriano running around there stressing them people out. But, like, for the most part, shit never got, like, too crazy. Every once in a while, you get somebody who would come in there who was just, like, super temperamental. But it was just not fierce enough. I said it. Project Runway, over the years, lost a lot of fierceness because they was trying to sell blouses at fucking Lord & Taylor or whatever and what have you. I ain't never getting on no damn Project Runway. I ain't worried about all that. But I just seeing Planet Janet up in there with some security tags on her shit and that fucking bang. I'm sorry, she's about to go in there and let them people have it. She's about to go in there and act so foolish. She is going to rile them people up. I hope she does. I have found that as a working professional adult woman, I have had to fight the urge to be an antisocial little gremlin and get people all wild and crazy. And recently, there's been a couple of situations in my life where I was more or less given the green light to get a little bit reality TV crazy with somebody, and it was fun. Like it was fun. Like so. I don't know. Planet Janet makes me kind of want to like try out this reality TV shit because like, what do you mean I get to go and just be messy and troll on people all day and play at these people's sewing machines? That would be girl. You know what? I salute you, Planet Janet. She got to go home first or second or something. But you know what? How gaggy would it be if Janet done learned how to put a zipper in real good and then she fools these folks and stays about 6 episodes? Can you imagine playing Jane for 6 episodes? Oh, with Q in the building. Just route, can't even let Q have the moment. That's got to be ugly. I don't know these people. I really don't know these people for all. I salute you, Planet Janet. Kudos for spilling mama. And also Q, Tarot. This is just like an anecdote off to the side. I kind of stayed out of the Met Gala this year. I saw it. I thought some people were really kind, and I thought some people were boring, and that's sort of every year. But like this year, I'm really not trying to be nasty. I didn't have nothing to say. Maybe next year I'll have something to say. I didn't. But something that I did pick up on is apparently everybody got mad at Katy Perry for a second because people always get mad at Katy Perry. I don't know if y'all know about me and Katy Perry. I just kind of live for the idea of a pop star that wants it really, 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 really bad, and just consecutively every single time pop culture says, no, bitch, we do not want you again. Please fucking go away. And Katy Perry just manages to like put her fucking fingers in her ears and keep doing it. And I honestly think that tenacity is fierce. It doesn't really matter what the music sounds like to me at this point. I find the intense search for admiration and irritation at not getting it that exists behind that woman's eyes to be inspiring and in an odd, gruesome way relatable. So there's just, she truly is. Y'all are gonna hate me for saying this, but Katy Perry is the camp icon girl because she cannot escape the shackles. When she tries to be self-referential about being camp, y'all be getting mad at her. When she tries to be serious, y'all be getting mad at her. Like, she cannot escape us. I'm not trying to laugh at your misfortune, Katy, but bitch, going to outer space, trying to fucking throw Punan at the Prime Minister of Canada. Girl. Katy Perry. Okay. Don't be surprised if I talk about Katy Perry in every fucking episode, bitch. I'm just obsessed. And so recently at the Met Gala, she said that she listens to her own music when she gets ready. Just imagine a Katy Perry just popping in Witness. Katy Perry listening to Swish Swish being like, they should have loved this. Put on Bon Appetit. Why didn't they live? This is the thing about being assigned F word at birth, is that you, for some reason, with that responsibility, are supposed to keep track of every single pop star that's ever pop starred. Doesn't matter how successful, doesn't matter how much you liked them. You just have to like know about them, have a hot take, and show appreciation. Like, even if you don't live all the way, you still have to show a little bit of appreciation. And something about Catherine, it's like I can't think of another one of the pop girls that's had that. It's like a fucking, what's the girl name off of Glee? It's a Rachel Berry energy coming off of her. Listening to your own music while getting ready. Girl, that's like them girls that got a picture of themselves on the phone screen. And if you got a picture of yourself on the phone screen, girl, and if you're like, no, this is just me in drag, I looked really good, then transition, girl. Because what you want to do is pull up that camera and look like that. Ooh, is Katy Perry trans? So a friend of mine told me that it's Asian American, Native Hawaiian, Pacific Islander Heritage Month in May. So now that May's ending, they suggested that I highlight an Asian American artist that I really like. So I'm going to talk about Alice Longyu Gao. I believe that's how that's said. She is from China, but she's located out of LA, and she was one of the like major players in the hyperpop takeover from like it's about 6 years now at this point from like the pandemic. And this is what's so crazy. I knew about the song Gnarly because it was one of her songs. And she like had released it and I was really into it. And it was like an indie track and like all these like hyper pop Twitter kids out of New York were talking about her. And it was in this rise with like Moist Breezy. And this is like that like 100 Gex moment. So it was like Moist Breezy, 100 Gex, Alice Long Yu Gao. And she performed at Bushwick when I was there. It was fucking great. Fuck, I just remembered that. Anyway, I've been following her for years, and she wrote a song called Rich Bitch Juice. That was like her first big boom on the scene, and I probably can't play it, but I'll link it. And then she wrote Gnarly. Gnarly fully came out as one of her songs, and that's why when I first heard Cat's Eye doing it, I was fucking gagged. So Alice Long Yu Gao, you are the birthday and you are my mother. So I want to challenge myself to answer a question from my community here in Jacksonville once a week on this podcast. So today's question is from, let's see, Kevin, 38 years old, Jax Beach. Great. Kevin writes, what does good pussy sound like? You know what? I'm glad you asked. Good pussy sounds like Miss Former Fucking Everything by BeBe Deluxe. Out now! Thank you all for tuning in to, I guess, what is the very first episode of Deluxe Public Radio with BeBe Deluxe. Y'all can follow me on Instagram. It's at BEBE.deluxe. I got that dot in the middle because BeBe Deluxe, one word, is a South Korean children's boutique. And I translated a plea to have the name in Korean. And they said, no thank you, and then blocked me. So my Instagram is BEBE.deluxe. And yeah, stay tuned, y'all. Thank you for entertaining the bitch. All right, have fun. See y'all next week.